So, welcome back guys to another video, and this is going to be a video response to my friend Chris, aka Weekend Game Guy. He made a video recently talking about games that he hates that everyone loves. And I thought this was a really good subject, because when he started talking about those games, I started thinking about games that I particularly don't like, that I hear a lot of people really rant and rave about. And that's the cool thing, is everyone has their own personal taste and personal preference, and I thought I would share this with you guys. Now, keep in mind that these games that I'm listing, I know I respect these games, I respect the fan base, and I can see why people would like these games. But me personally, it's not my cup of tea. And like everybody, we all have opinions, we all have, tastes and personal preferences, so just keep that in mind while I'm talking about some of these games, because some of them I'm talking about, I know you guys are going to be like, what the hell, Xander, what are you thinking right now? So, anyway, I'll start with the first one. First one I want to talk about is Minecraft. I am not a big Minecraft fan, and I know it's very popular. My friend Amanda, when her and I started first playing games together, and we started having all these game nights, she talked about Minecraft, and I was like, I'm kind of curious. I've heard a lot of people talk about Minecraft, and I'd like to try it out. We played it one night. I couldn't get into it. It was just too much for me. I think it was just, I don't know if don't have enough imagination, or if it was just not what I was looking for, but I couldn't get into it. I can see where people would get into it, because it has, a lot of creativity to it. You can make your own world, your own adventures, stuff like that. But me personally, I just couldn't get into it. So Minecraft definitely is one of the games that I don't really care for, which is ironic, because I did like Minecraft story mode from Telltale, and I'm looking forward to Dragon Quest Builders, which is essentially a Minecraft clone, but I think with it having the Dragon Quest style to it, a little bit more of RPG elements and actual story to it, it kind of makes me a little bit more, makes me kind of want to try it out a little bit more. Next game I want to talk about is Mass Effect, and I know I heard the gasp when I said that. I have friends who are huge fans of Mass Effect, and they always tell me, Xander, you need to play more Mass Effect, you need to try this game out. And the thing is like Mass Effect has such a great lore to it, from what I can tell from the fans. From the love of the fans, it feels almost like Star Wars or Star Trek. It feels like a sci-fi opera in that sense, and that's the part that kind of attracts me to it. That's the part that makes me want to play it. Problem is I couldn't get into the first game. It started out so incredibly boring to me personally, and I know a lot of people are like, it gets better, just keep playing it. But I'm such an impatient person, and it probably goes back to Minecraft. I'm so impatient when it comes to gaming, because I don't have time to always game. So when I sit down and I want to play a game, I want to have fun from the get-go. I just can't do that with Mass Effect. So that's probably some of my issues with it. And I hear that Mass Effect 2 is a lot better. I've never played it, and the main reason why I haven't played it is because I do want to eventually beat Mass Effect 1 and then go to Mass Effect 2, because the choices you make in the first game carry over to the second and third game, essentially making your own personal saga. So I'd feel like if I was to go to Mass Effect 2 and skip Mass Effect 1, I would be selling myself short. So one day I will try it out. One day I will, play more of it. I'll get like a case of beer or something, and just drink and play it and just kind of zone out for the first, 5 hours. That's what I hear. The first 5 hours is the most boring. But the next game I want to talk about is Fallout. The Fallout series. I don't hate Fallout. It's just not my thing. When it comes to Bethesda, I'm more of an Elder Scrolls kind of person. I like the medieval stuff. I like the wizards and the dragons and, dark elves. I'm always a dark elf, and I like that style a little bit more than the wasteland of Fallout. I feel like Fallout's just very, very bland, and it's not a bad game. It's just, it just doesn't do it for me in some way. I mean, I enjoyed Fallout 3 to an extent. I never finished it because I lost interest. And from when I played a Fallout 4, I feel like the Fallout fans really got you guys really got cut short. With a game with that much anticipation, it shouldn't have as many glitches. It shouldn't have as many problems. It shouldn't have been an older engine. It should have been it should have been what you guys have been wanting. And I know a lot of people are saying that Fallout 4 is like the best Fallout, and they're all about it. But at the same time, you gotta ask yourself, are you saying that because it's just a new Fallout, or is it really that good? And to me, I don't think it's really that good. I think they cut a lot of trimmings out of it. They made it a little bit more casual, which is nothing wrong with a game being a little bit more casual to bring more fans, but I feel like it's just convoluted. I guess that makes sense. I feel like it's very convoluted compared to what Fallout used to be. And it essentially becomes a little bit more boring in that sense, especially if you grew up playing the older games. So yeah, Fallout. Sorry. Next game I want to talk about is oh man, and I love this series. It's one of my favorite series of all time, but I cannot stand this game, and that's Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I know, right? Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask has such a cult following. There are people who say this is like the best Zelda ever, and it's got so much of a emotional pull to them, and it has so much of a feeling and stuff. I can't stand the game. I like the art style. I like the music. I think Skull Kid's really fucking cool, but I don't like the time limit. I don't like the feeling that I'm on a limit to explore, and that's what I do in a Zelda game. I explore. I want to go through every nook and cranny. I want to do every single side quest. I want to do it at my own pace, and I feel like I cannot do that with Majora's Mask. Now, I know there's a cheat, there's a way to kind of fix it where it doesn't do that, but to me, that is fucked up. I mean, why should I put in a cheat to extend my enjoyment of a game? You usually use cheats to, help yourself out if you can't beat something, or to just play around and have some fun. Like Grand Theft Auto, everyone has big heads, everybody explodes. That's like a cheat, To me, when I put in a game, I shouldn't have to put a cheat in order to enjoy the experience. To me, that's not the way gaming is. So me personally, I don't like I was about to say my next one, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Wow. Next game, I was about to say it, Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm not a big Metal Gear Solid 5 fan, and the thing is I think a lot of the people who have made this game so acclaimed and loved it so much, a lot of it's because of the controversy, of Hideo Kojima and Konami. It's kind of made people a little bit more look past the mistakes and the imperfections of this game, because it is by far not a perfect game. It's not at all, and it's definitely not the best Metal Gear Solid. I mean, the way I see it is, if it was just to come out and be called The Phantom Pain, then I don't think people would be as much interested into it. I think with the Metal Gear Solid tagline and having Snake on it, I think that kind of made people more drawn to it, and I think the fact that after that, he had the controversy with Hideo Kojima and Konami, that just added more fuel to the fire. But I really see it as a couple years from now, people are going to be like, you know what, Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't really that great. I mean, to me, it was a very long game, but I think it was long just for the sake of being long. Like, they added so many repetitive fetch quests just to add length to the game, and some of that might go to the development, because there was some turmoil there, but in all, it's just, I don't really care for it. To me personally, Metal Gear Solid stopped after 4. I enjoy Metal Gear Solid 4 and the ones previous, but this one I just can't get into. So, I mean, I still haven't bought it. I mean, I'm going to buy it when it's, really, really cheap, just to complete a collection, when it's like, $6 or something. But from when I've played on Redbox and watching my friends stream, it's just kind of a letdown, and it's not that great. But yeah, I digress. Anyway, guys, that is some of the games that I hate that everyone loves. I know there's some more in there, but I just want to stick to kind of like a five game tier. But definitely check out Weekend Game Guy, Chris. I'll have a link to his channel below the description, and also to his video as well. Be sure to check out that video, make your own video response, and tell me some games, guys, that you hate that everybody loves. I mean, you'd be surprised. Some people may have some things in common with you. Don't keep it in. Don't keep it inside of you. As always, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming.
Can't get enough of Excess Gaming Podcast? Be sure to check out our audio podcast on Podomatic.com. You can also subscribe to us on iTunes. And if you have a YouTube channel or podcast you'd like to share, be sure to check us out on Facebook on our group page and join the community. As always, guys, thank you so much for all the support, and happy gaming.